Did you test it?
I did. I said live. Hello. Hello.
Who is this?
Hi, my princess girl.
Friday.
Okay, let's get this.
Get your life together.
Actions.
Yes.
Actions.
Hey,
Is she
Dana.
behind me? Oh, no, she's behind you. Hi, princess. Come
Hi,
here.
girl.
Come
Come
here.
say hi.
Hey, Dana. Hello.
Oh my God, she's
Okay,
such a little angel.
guys. We're gonna record a podcast because that's what we do on Sundays. If you guys are joining us for the first time,
Hi.
welcome.
Hi, come here.
And if you're joining us for the first time and you don't know who we are, my name is Jae,
My name is Adrienne.
and together we are the Two Crazy Cat Ladies. And we have a podcast that we launch weekly, and it is called Back in the Closet because we are recording in our closet because that's where the best acoustics are. So we have our rusty, trusty little Yeti mic here and our setup. So here we go.
Let's do this.
Let's
Twist.
do it.
We've got visitors today,
Hi,
you
Twist.
guys.
Hi, career. Everybody's
This
coming.
is so exciting.
Yay.
Well,
Okay.
come on, babes.
Hopefully there's not a catastrophe that happens if everybody's in the closet.
Just save the wine.
Kind of a small closet.
It's a little bit.
Welcome to episode number 0020 of Back in the Closet with the Two Crazy Cat Ladies. Guys, we have a lot of visitors here today. We have
Our only
Miss-
little lady.
Miss Princess, our only
Yes.
female, Friday.
Oh,
She's
baby,
2 years
cute.
old, and she's part of the terrible twos that we will be speaking about today.
Oh my God.
I have a hair in my nose. Like
You need that little
like
trimmer.
a long hair. Do you see it?
Do you want me to have a look at it?
Oh, why do I have a long hair in my nose? We've got a Mr. Twister, aka Oliver Twist, aka Sexy Man,
Sexy boy.
who has now left the closet to watch Pooh
to
Bear,
supervise.
our orange tabby, take a dump. And
He's peeing.
that's the
You don't even know what
that's
it
the
looks
real.
like.
That's the real. Let's be real.
Look at, he is closely supervising. He was like, I
You're
like your
you don't
form.
even know what a cat pooping looks like.
He's peeing.
Okay, he's peeing. Yeah, he's
taking
shaking
a
that tail.
dump.
I mean, I have a straight shot right at his ass. And I don't see anything out. I mean, I don't see poop coming out. So you're right. You are correct. And yeah, okay, this is going to be another shit show.
I think that, look at that. He does not exit.
That's how the litter gets
gets in
on
the
the
tub.
tub. We just
Pooh
learn
Bear, it's
something new every
you.
day. Heidi
It's
said,
you.
found you in the closet. Yes.
Yay!
Here we are, right here in our
Heidi.
closet. Guys,
Hey,
so
Lindsay. How?
a couple things I wanted to talk about today.
Let's do this.
And then I know
think
you
it's
have
good.
some stuff that you wanted to talk about. Let's cheers first.
Let's
'Cause I haven't
cheers.
had a sip of this beautiful wine.
Your brew.
My brew.
It's the brew?
It's a Pothic
Mm.
brew. And it really is
Mm.
the best wine on the planet.
I still think that's debatable.
Mm.
Is it good?
And it's really good.
Is it warm
Yeah.
going down?
It is. And that's nice now because even though it was really hot earlier, we got the air conditioner going.
Yeah, turn on the AC, and I'm like, it's cold up here now. It's super chilly.
And I'm like, I love it.
oh
I
my
prefer-
God.
Oh my God. Let me
Cheers
just say
to
this.
you,
Let me
Chica.
say this because I just learned something new today. If you guys are
What?
listening on the podcast, just so you know, we're not talking to like invisible people. We are also live on YouTube recording this podcast. So if you're listening to this at a later date and you just hear us randomly shouting out people's names and saying yes or speaking to them, it's because we are also live on YouTube. But
Yes.
Adrienne just informed me that when you get old, you get red dots around your body.
You just get skin spots.
I
mean,
was
it
like,
could be like,
I was looking at my leg. I have freckles on my legs, and they show more when we get some sun. And today we got some sun,
right?
So
Right.
I was looking, and then I was like, "What are these red dots?" I have 3 red dots, and I was like, "Why do I?" I said, "Is that COVID?" Obviously, because I think
Everything's
everything is COVID. Hi, princess. I said, "Is that COVID? Why do I have red dots?" And she said, "Because you're old."
I said,
And her shirt and on her belly, she has 2 red spots, just like me on my leg. And I had no idea that you get random red spots on you when you get old. I don't think that's fair.
well, it's a thing. I think they call them liver spots.
Oh God, then I probably have a lot. Are there wine spots? That's why they're
They're
red.
wine spots. They're
Do they
definitely
really?
wine
Don't
spots.
call them liver spots.
Baby.
That scares me.
No, I think liver spots are a little bit different. But
Okay, good. What? What, baby?
do you hear her little chirping?
Oh my
She's
gosh.
so
So one of the
Dana,
things
yes,
I
get your
wanna-
Moscow Mule.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
And
getting you.
me.
I was like, what does she have on her?
Oh my. Okay, so
Hey, Dana pointed out though too. You know how sensitive you are to the smell of COVID. She said if it doesn't smell like COVID, it's not COVID. She just smelled her leg, y'all.
Yep. I don't think it smells like COVID.
Hey, Teresa. Dana, I'm so excited about your muslin.
Okay, but since Friday's here, let's go ahead and talk about Friday because this is a thing, guys. So we have 2-year-old kittens. We still call them kittens because they are our youngest. They are Egyptian Siamese mixes, I believe.
Yeah, that's what the vet told us.
Which when they
their
were
mom
kittens,
is like a gray and tabby-ish white cat.
Yeah, but they are all jet black.
Yeah.
And when we first took them to the vet for the first time, when they were like 6 weeks old, no, I guess we didn't get them until they were 10 weeks old. So they were probably like a month or 2 old. We took them into the vet, and the vet said, they are Egyptian Siamese, and they're very vocal, aren't they? And we were like, no, actually, they're not very vocal. And so we were like, maybe they're not, and maybe it's just the mix or whatever. Well, they just hit 2 a couple months ago in March. At the end of March.
Yeah, it was less than a month ago.
So a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
They turned 2 years old, and they are so vocal now. And I don't know.
Very talkative. Very opinionated.
It's a mixture between cute and weird, or cute and annoying, right? Because they're so precious and they're the loves of our lives. But they need to be everywhere we are at all times and doing all the things that they want to be doing. So our boy Zorro, he is like, now he's leash training. He gets to go outside. I'm going to always call it leash training because I don't think he'll ever be like not like in training, right?
I don't know if he'll ever graduate.
I don't think he's going to graduate.
No.
But he gets to go outside on a leash. He plays fetch like a dog. Like he's like crazy, awesome puppy cat. And did you hear my stomach?
I did.
Whoa. Yeah. And maybe I got a fart brewing.
I was gonna say, sounds like something is on the move. It was boom.
No, but he is so vocal lately. He needs to be outside all the time. So I am going down, for instance, first thing in the morning, I go down and I make food. He knows I'm making food. I'm making food in the kitchen, which is right by the back door. He jumps up in the window or stands right by the sliding door to go out back and howls, like cries. What are you doing?
She just ate that.
Nuh-uh.
Look.
Oh my. Is it wet? Like, did she eat it now or did she eat it some other time?
No, she was chewing it.
Oh my Lord. See? And then this.
Mm-hmm.
Baby girl, that is wet. Ugh. And then she will, if she's not getting our attention, she just goes and finds things to eat, like part of my shawl right here.
She's like, ooh, that one looks delicious
like she's
too.
eaten this one before too. Oh my.
You've been in the closet munching the food?
So they're just a handful. I'm calling them the terrible twos because they're such a handful right now. Like they were the most perfect. I was a little sad because they were not, as kittens, they were not like hellions like a lot of other people would say. Like they tear up the toilet paper and they do all these things. We're like, actually, we just have like the perfect cats.
Yeah. Well, and I wanted them to do crazy stuff.
I did too. I was like,
why don't our cats do crazy shit?
You know, it's one of those cute
Now eating stuff. Y'all. We have a sliding back door. It was scary at first to me.
What was?
But it's like an 8-foot tall door, right? Like floor to ceiling sliding door. There's a screen, so if we go outside, we open the door and just close the screen so they could
see the outside, get some fresh air,
get some fresh air, whatever. They start climbing it, y'all, like all the way to the top, and just like hollering the whole time. Yep. Get all the way. You can see their little claws coming through.
That is a Southern term. Hollering.
Yeah. Hollering. The whole time, and then they get up to the top, and then it's like, and then you can't open up the screen door because they're on it.
Yeah, so you have to like go in through a different door, like run around the house, and to get them down. But now we're just letting them like either fall or jump down, which they're usually just jumping down. And actually, Friday has learned how to climb back down. which is very interesting. It's smart, but still,
Zorro just like
guys,
turns around and jumps.
The screen thing is such an issue because we let them do that on the back door. Now we just finally, and we've lived in this house for 7 years. We let them do it on
the back door. I mean,
we don't stop them. Like we haven't like when they do it, it's not like we're like, okay, you know what? We're going to close the door now. You don't get to do this anymore.
That's true.
No, we let them do that. So, so maybe a bad cat parent for us. I don't know. I'm not quite sure because cats, you don't discipline cats like you could kids, right?
Right. But I mean,
so it's like something we haven't figured that out yet. Because we also think it's cute and it's like not hurting anything. However, now for 7 years that we've lived in this house, we have only had screens on very few windows. So, and we love to open the windows, especially for all of our cats, so they can get fresh air, so they can look outside, things like that. And especially now, it's like the weather's really nice. It's spring here. We want to be able to open the windows for us and for our cats. So we finally got all new screens put in our house. This has been like a 2-week process so far. We got all new screens put in our house so now we can open every single window. And guys, we have like 15 windows or something in our house. So that have screens, right? Then we have other windows that you don't open. Yeah. Then we have other windows that you don't even open. But okay. Stop counting. Yeah, we have like 12 to 15 windows for sure. But anyway, we wanted to open them. I think he charged us for 13, but then there's some other windows that you don't open.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we get all these new windows, screens, and we're excited. We open the windows and the cats start climbing them and they
knock them out.
Then we had him come back last week and he put some clips on the screens to secure them. Turns out that didn't really work. Nope. They can still knock them out. So now he's coming back again in the morning at 8 a.m. to like screw in the clips and literally secure where we can't
permanently
fasten our
so that we can open up our damn windows.
Right. And hopefully this works.
It's been crazy though. They're literally, I don't know if it's the springtime or whatever it is, but their energy is just.
It's the terrible twos.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Terrible twos.
Yeah.
Never had that with Mr. Biddles.
No, I don't remember having it with any of them.
Twist was like 2 when we got him. So.
But he was never terrible.
Never.
I mean, he chased Mama.
But he was never like.
But no, he never.
Crazy.
No, I mean, cats have their own different types of personalities, but
these two are like nothing we've ever experienced.
This is a new thing for us, guys. I mean, I honestly feel like for the first time. I really feel like a parent of a toddler.
Yeah.
Like because they require so much attention.
Yeah, Lindsay said, Dana said Deja came out of the womb as an adult. Her cat Deja never really behaved like a kitten. Maybe it's still to come. Maybe we were like when we brought the cats into the vet and they were like, oh, this breed is going to be a crazy breed. Like. Lots and lots of energy, very, very vocal. And we're like, not really.
We're like, no, they're not actually like that until they hit 2.
Maybe because you feed them so well. And when the other cats were young, they ate kibble.
That's true.
Maybe that's it,
true.
Lindsay.
Yeah.
So they do have more energy.
Because they eat better.
Huh?
That could be. That could be. Something to think about.
Y'all.
What is wrong with us?
Oh,
here comes Z-Man right now. Hey, Zorro.
Z. How you doing, baby? Yeah, we were talking about you.
Yes. Okay, so what did you want to talk about? You said you wanted to talk about something?
I have no idea. I was going to talk about just the roller coaster, the COVID roller coaster, but I think that we should just, do you still feel like you're on a roller coaster? I feel like the longer this drags on, the roller coaster is definitely slowing down.
Okay.
But the longer that this drags on and the more that it's like, we were supposed to open up on the 16th and then it's going to be May 1st and now people are saying May 15th and it's like, what is going to happen? Like, how long can Vegas or any town
stay in quarantine?
Sustain this kind of, survive this kind of thing? The virus aside, I mean, I just feel like it's
People need people.
not just people need people. It's the economy.
Oh, yeah.
It's the work, and I'm sure it is for, the sustained isolation for a lot of people. And
Yeah.
I mean,
And we
feel
were
like
all
it's-
supposed to get like a stimulus check or something.
Yeah.
And
I'll
then
believe that when we
turns
see
out
it.
the IRS like was not ready to do something like that.
Yeah.
And so like people are getting money in the wrong bank account. Our payment is just like not existent.
It's unavailable.
It's unexistent. It's unavailable. So nobody knows.
I don't know. Nobody. Yeah. And it is like everyone I think is taking a financial hit in some way,
Yeah.
And it's like, well, if this was over next week or the week after, then all right, we can all get back to business. And I think it'll take a while still once they open everything up to find like a new normal for like social interactions.
I know
and
that part's like
restaurants
that's the scary part for me. I feel like is like what are we supposed to be like when we're back? Like I feel like it is kind of a new normal as far as doing the things that we do. Oh, I was gonna wear our masks in the I wanted to show everybody our masks.
Oh my God, our masks are the best.
We got new masks.
Do you want me to go get it?
They have no. We could do it for our live tonight.
Oh, fun. Yes.
But yeah, so wearing masks and
be-
gloves and things like that, not going out as often, only going out for what you need, things like that. That's kind of like a normal thing now for me. Like I feel much more strange going out than I do staying in.
Right.
But when that changes, how is it going to feel? Right?
Right. Like are you still like, unless there's some magic cure, we're still going to be, I mean, I think that there's, the virus just doesn't disappear because we're open now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it
what
doesn't
does it
disappear
mean?
because we stay inside, and it's not going to disappear because we come out of the house either. Like it's not going to disappear.
I don't know.
So I mean, honestly,
so that's the roller coaster now.
I
It's
bet
like a
what they
sense
want.
of
What do you think?
foreboding.
Oh, I just got like
What?
Maybe it's already out there. I haven't heard this. I am making it up myself, but I just got a conspiracy theory that came up in my head right now.
Go.
Okay. What if how they're talking about this vaccine?
Oh my God, you guys,
Guys, everybody knows the vaccine. Like a vaccine can't be. It needs a year at least to come out, right? So, but what if they're like, oh, we just expedited this vaccine and we know that it works and blah blah blah, and then before they allow anybody out of their house, they have to get this vaccine.
Oh no, that is a rumor. Not letting people out of their house, but that they are gonna require a vaccine certificate.
For what?
Once the vaccine is out, you have to be able to show proof of vaccination.
To who?
Like an employer, travel, like
safe there. The travel,
right?
Oh, you know what? We will be forging that shit. We will make a business out of it. I just said it.
I don't think
we will figure it out. It'll be like what's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? And he like forges the checks and he like forges everything, and then he becomes like a pilot. I can't remember the name. You guys probably remember. But yeah, he was like, we could do something like that. We'll make like a business out of it, and then we'll just when they catch us, because we're telling everybody right now live that we're gonna
if you can
catch me if you can.
There it is.
There you go, Lindsay knew it. So we'll do it like that. Catch me if you can. We'll forge it for everybody.
Right.
And so people that don't want to risk their lives by taking a vaccine. Are you okay? Do you have COVID?
I've been meaning to talk to you about this.
Oh my.
And because our closet does not provide 6 feet of social distancing, I didn't want to say anything until after the podcast.
I'm gonna cut you.
It's not funny. It's not even remotely funny. No.
But guys, what if that happened? What do you think?
I can't read your handle. Meow is life. Hell yeah, Jay. Forge the shit out of that. I'll be your first customer.
Yep.
Yes, that's the conspiracy, though. I think is that a lot of people are thinking they are going to come up with this vaccine. It's like 1984.
We have never.
It's like Big Brother, right? It's like one way to mark everybody in society. Everyone's going to be required to get a vaccine.
We have never.
It's going to be
it doesn't even make sense. I don't think that's actually going to happen. That's my fun conspiracy
Did you ever
theory.
think this was going to happen?
No, but I mean, But it also wasn't as bad as what we were thinking at the very beginning, right? All the conspiracies we
true.
were at the beginning are not actually coming
Yeah,
into fruition.
I was really picturing like roving gangs of
Oh my God. Like we had a friend be like immediately
stealing
like,
toilet
we're-
paper, like
we need to-
breaking into your house.
we need to replace your garage door because it's not secure. And people
Yep.
are going to start going crazy if they require you to
Hello,
be
Mama.
quarantined. So like people were
Hey,
like
baby.
really thinking that
What?
people were really thinking that we were going to be like attacking each other.
Well, you know, I'm with Margaret.
And turns out people are not a lot nicer.
People are not a lot nicer?
People are a lot nicer.
Yes, that's true. That is true. But I am definitely with Margaret Thatcher in that she said the veneer of civilization is very thin. Right now, people are still, you know, they've been in about a month. They're thinking, you drag this on longer. Nobody has stimulus checks. People are literally starving. And it could be very different. So how's that for a little gloom and doom today?
My God.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
But this is where my head goes sometimes. And that's what I'm saying. Like I think everybody's riding their own little roller coaster. No one's ever been through something like this. So I think that it's one thing. The only thing that I find helpful is to focus on like right now. Right now is fantastic. It's a little chilly in here, which is actually kind of nice because we're usually sweating. But right now it's fantastic. Our babies are coming to visit us. It's a gorgeous Sunday. We got some vitamin D today. It's like wonderful, wonderful things. I'm excited about the live tonight. All these awesome things. But then I think, but in a month, if we're still in this situation, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I still don't. I don't know. I mean, I feel like
I think I'm more fearful of the outside world. Yeah. But I also feel like we're using canned goods that expired in 2018. Because they're still good, right? Like, and you should know that, just in case you don't know. If you've had like beans sitting in your pantry for 7 years and they expire, like unless there's a bulge in the can or something, eat it. So we're eating our expired goods. But it's like if what was it? Review Journal was talking about, our local newspaper was talking about how they are they're looking at an issue with some supplies. Definitely not that this is a big thing for us, but the meat supply is really starting to turn into an issue, right? Produce is a big thing. You're also dealing with, when you look at Las Vegas especially, you've got one little line. If you look at it in Google Earth, there's one little line to the north and one little line to the south, and those are our supply routes. It's just, and then there's this bowl of 2.8 million people that if those supply routes stop supplying, you got 208 million people that are going to be looking for supplies, right? And that's why I think, like Margaret
But why
Thatcher.
would this supply? Yeah, see, okay. I feel like you come from a family of doom and gloom. I do too, I guess.
Wow.
Really? I mean, seriously, where does that,
It comes from the fact, like in Baltimore, like Baltimore City, and we should talk to Moshe about that. Like Baltimore City, there were roving gangs of people that were just desperate.
Who's Marsha?
Moshe.
Oh.
He grew up Baltimore City. Baltimore City, outside DC, Detroit is a place, like Chicago.
But these are places that have always been high crime.
Right, but when you look at like a situation or an area that has desperate people in it, they literally had videos. Look, you guys can find them if they're whatever. They just walk into a 7-Eleven or a Walmart or whatever, grab a cart, fill it up. Someone tries to stop them, they pull a gun on them. They just leave with all their shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, it is just like gangs of people that will get whatever they need wherever they need it.
So have you guys heard of the All-In Challenge? Have you guys heard of this yet?
Like you going bright.
So all of the celebrities are taking part in this All-In Challenge right now. And what it is made to do is feed the hungry, right? And so what they're doing is they're offering, guys, and everybody's got like some really cool stuff. So Ellen DeGeneres, you basically what you do is you buy a rally ticket. So for those of us that do have $10 extra or $25 extra, and it goes up from there, I think, but they're hosting things. So the celebrities are donating money, and then they have their own platform that is the All-In Challenge. And you can go on every single one like that you're interested in. They're different platforms and buy raffle tickets. They're going to choose a name or names. I don't know, for different ones is different. And you get A, B, and C. Like for Ellen DeGeneres, you get to be on the Ellen show. You get to, and there's like a list that goes on of different things that you get if you get picked for the rally, right? All the money in rally. In less than 24 or in less than 48 hours, they had $5.5 million raised. And and now we're like 5-6 days into that. And this is all of this, every single bit of this money is going to feed the people that are affected. 100% is going to feed the people that are affected by COVID-19 that don't have the food. That might be desperate to run into a 7-Eleven and fill up a grocery.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of communities are dealing with very long food lines now. You know,
because they're doing it.
Unemployed, but I love
they're doing it.
But that is there.
There you go.
Dana said that's what I said at the beginning. I'm more fearful of how people react than the actual virus. And Heidi, I see your question about being anti-vaxxers, but real quick, I think Jay is spot on with. And I am a believer in this in my daily life. What you think about, you bring about. Right? Like, so giving energy to it. I just find myself going on a doom and gloom roller coaster every now and then. I know. Just thinking about.
I hear it. Wow. I see it right now.
At the same time, there's this beautiful, positive, really something that we've never seen before. Yeah. These people that are coming up with really ingenious, resourceful ways to help one another with the technology that we have available. And I think that's a roller coaster I need to get back on. Heidi, no, we are not anti-vaxxers.
We're anti-over-vaxxers. So when it comes to our cats, guys, we the research is clear. It's out there. It's everywhere. It's even on. A lot of this information is even on the vaccine itself. When it comes to our cats,
most of the information is on the vaccine.
Yeah, a lot of it is. It should only be given to healthy cats. Yet. Veterinarians are vaccinating cats that have,
are too young or
FID
too sick
or that are sick, But what the studies show is that when your cat is vaccinated, especially cats, right? They're smaller beings. That one vaccine is the same vaccine that they sometimes give to a horse, right? So it's like, one vaccine oftentimes protects our cats for life. And that is shown through titer testing. And that is an antibody test, right? Titer testing is an antibody test, which is what they're talking about with COVID right now.
Be getting very familiar with that.
Right. We're all going to know what a titer test is real soon because they're looking for a titer test for COVID-19 so that we can get a blood test drawn to see if we are actually immune to COVID-19 just because.
If we have the antibodies to fight the virus.
We have that antibody, right? And so when our cats get their vaccines or when we get our vaccines as well, we are oftentimes immune for life, right? And so we're not. So for us personally in our home, we vaccinate our kittens.
We do initial vaccines.
We do their initial vaccines.
And we wait as long as we can. We don't.
You're correct. We don't do it when they're
6 weeks, 8 weeks.
We wait until a year or 6 months to a year for the vaccines, and then we don't do it again. Because unless they are exposed to a specific ailment, our cats are not going to be exposed to rabies. They're just not. Yeah. They're never going to be exposed to rabies, so they don't actually need their initial vaccines. However, it is law. So, but they're never going to be exposed to rabies because they're inside cats, and we don't let bats in our house. And there's just not a way. There's just not a way.
I actually lived in a house that had a bat in it, so it does happen.
Oh yeah, well we're not going to live in that kind of house. Just so you know.
Okay.
I mean, hopefully.
Meow's life said I'm the same, not anti-vaccine, but anti-over-vaccination. Yes. And I think that's just a matter of being able to ask the questions. I always felt uncomfortable going in and being like, they're like, oh, well, it's time for this and it's time for that. And I just felt uncomfortable asking. And so it's
but now that we know more, like I ask questions to my own doctors, right? If they're like, oh, I think you need this medication. I'm like, okay, can you tell me what the side effects are before I take this prescription? Right. And then they pull out their book and they're like, well, let's go through it and let's see what the side effects are. And if the side effects are worse than the problem that I might be dealing with, like they try to prescribe me some like super like, antidepressant or something, like it was a psychotic drug years and years ago for TMJ. I literally had a doctor try to prescribe me some psychotic drug because I had TMJ. And I was like, you know what? The pain is not that bad. Like So I can't eat a sandwich for a while because it hurts too much to open my mouth that wide. I would prefer that than the side effects that you're reading me and being on a psychotic drug. No, thank you.
Antipsychotic.
And I figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and try
Although we should pay attention to the fact that Lindsay said my mom got a bat in her house last year and her cat ate it.
Oh my. Oh Lord, have
That's
mercy.
how this whole thing started.
It's your mom's cat that started COVID-19. That's
bringing it back to COVID. Yeah, but you're right. It's absolutely a matter of choice. Like the only thing that we really have,
it always is
our choice to decide to be in control of our thoughts.
Correct. Yeah, 100%. So Kelly, one of our beautiful VIPs in our VIP group that we have a special VIP group, paid membership group on Facebook and on our website. And Kelly posted something the other day about.
Remind me not to mess with my hair while we're on a thing.
It's okay. It looks great.
I'm just gonna leave it.
So Kelly posted the other day, and it was a longer post, but it was basically saying like we're all in the same storm, but we're not all in the same boat.
Right? Yes, I saw that post.
And I saw that post, and I 100% agree with it. However, I also read it. I don't know if it was just my mindset at the time. I think I read it early in the morning. But I also read it in more of a negative way, I don't know, a negative
who's
way.
More fortunate than who in this situation? Right,
like a judgmental
way.
But
you have to think about that to a certain degree.
Oh, 100%. But I don't think that us being in different boats, that all of us being in different boats means that we're not all in it together.
I agree.
That's what I think I think if we take that post and we add in at the very end, we're not in the same boat, but we can all be in this together. I almost just made myself cry because we can do the all-in challenge. We can feed our neighbors. We can help each other. We can do the things that we're doing that the whole world is doing right now, that this country is really, really doing to help each other. Yeah, we can absolutely do that. Well, regardless of what boat you're in, if my boat is not is bigger than your boat, then I'm going to share some of my boat with you. So that we can, we are all still in this together.
What if your boat has a hole in it?
Then somebody that has a boat without a hole in it needs to rescue me.
Then what about if we had that tape that they had that commercial of? Remember, they cut the boat in half and then they used that tape and they taped it back together. And we need to stock
up on that tape. The tape, it's like the duct tape that fixes everything.
The duct tape that fixes everything. Yes. Dr. Lori Koger is here live on our YouTube.
Koger.
Happy Sunday. Happy National Cat Lady Day.
Yes, happy National Cat Lady Day. So, little tidbit of information. National Cat Lady Day. It was started by a woman named Susan Michaels.
Oh, I love her.
Who's a dear friend of ours. And she's the co-founder, or not the co-founder, the founder. And creator of the biggest cat convention in the world, which is called CatCon.
That we hope to be at
this year at the end of August. It is the biggest cat convention in the world. Land. And it is held in LA every year, Los Angeles. And we're really hoping that this one is not canceled.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Mainly because we can drive to it because I don't like flying. All of our other trips have been kind of canceled. And I was
guys, when we go to CatCon, it is no joke.
Oh, it's no joke.
Yeah.
We load up the U-Haul.
We rent a U-Haul. We drive we pull it and we borrow a friend's vehicle. I don't know if we'll have to this year. I don't know. We'll borrow a friend's SUV. My sister flies in from Florida. We load it all up with big furniture and stuff like that. And we drive our asses to Los Angeles.
It's
unload it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fun.
And it's just nonstop. From the minute we land, we set up. And then we usually have Saturday or Friday nights, usually a chance to
we always have a
grab
meeting.
dinner.
Yeah, we always
are meeting with somebody. But yeah, it's just nonstop from there on out. It's as soon as we land, it is
go until we get home.
2 days of the show. It's a great time.
It's so much fun.
And we're hopeful that
this stuff stops before we can
do
one is canceled, like Dr. Koger's.
Oh, Dr. Koger.
U-Haul words fail me.
It's so we don't know what we would do without U-Haul. I mean, I wish, because I don't like driving a trailer, and I'm certainly not good at backing one up. We do. Well, every year it's the same thing. We find a place that we can pull in and where we can also pull out. Yep. because I don't want to deal with it.
Enough to the venue, so we pull in and unload, and then we find a place and we pull out, and then we find a place where we can park, where we can also pull out and walk to the convention, so we don't have to move the vehicle.
Never have to move it again
for the weekend.
Because I would literally take the trailer off the ball and move the trailer to where
with your hands. You would prefer to walk it.
I would
She's
definitely be
super
better at
woman.
it. I would. No, it's not that hard if you. It's not like heavy if you packed it right. It's all about balance. That's why they say you have to put 60% of the weight in the.
Oh.
Anyway, I love U-Haul.
Yay. Well,
there
good. There
so
you have it.
Let's
now
be
you
hopeful.
know.
Let's be hopeful.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, Dr. Kosher clarified.
I am not canceled. I am rescheduled.
Yeah, the Healthy Dog Expo is not canceled. It was postponed to a rescheduled date.
Yes, which I don't think we're going to be able to make.
That's my fault, though, because it's right before elections.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff.
We'll see. Who knows?
Yeah. But guys, I think that should wrap up our podcast.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else that you said you had a bone to pick with me in the?
Oh yeah, I was gonna pick a bone with you about how much you actually do litter and that you didn't think that I actually fed the babies until 5 years ago.
You didn't.
Oh my God! Really?
We were in this house.
How is it that you lived in Vegas for how many months before I came and I never once fed the cats?
Oh well. I mean, when we are living in the same home. You did not until you were like one day, the cats, why do the cats like you so much better than me? I'm like, I feed them. And she said, I should start feeding them. I was like, you want to take the evening? Because she's not a morning person. So I was like, you want to take the evening feeding? And she was like, yes. So she started feeding them about 5 years ago. And the litter started around the same time, I think.
Oh my God.
What? Tell me a different story.
I will
tell
me
I'm wrong.
Story. When
we lived in delivery, I remember, because we were horrible cat parents, honestly. And
you think you're the only one that did
the litter was only once a week, and I did it on Thursdays because I worked at home on Thursdays in my office where the litter boxes were, and it was the day that I would scoop litter, do laundry, clean the house, all that stuff. Remember?
I remember that being part of your routine, but you were not the only one that did litter at that time.
Oh. Okay, so we didn't scoop it once a week. There was more times.
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll work on that. Anyway, you guys.
Happy National Cat Lady Day. For you guys that are.
Dr. Kosher said, "Wait, did you just say that you lived in Deliverance?" No, this is something good to clarify before we log off here.
The street that we used to live on was called Delivery.
Yeah. We lived on Delivery.
Like the post office,
yeah.
Delivery.
The street that we lived on before that was Hilverson. Yeah. Less weird.
So we always reference our old places that we lived in by the street name.
Right.
I don't know why. When we lived in Delivery, when we lived in Hilverson, I don't know why we say that. That's weird. Does anybody else do that? Why do we always say that?
Well, because we lived in different places in the same town. You know, it's like not like saying like, oh, and I lived in Grand Haven.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I lived in different places in Grand Haven. I would be
but I still say like in Knoxville. I'll be like when we lived in Knoxville because we only had like one place to live, or we know where we're referencing. We're referencing the Rabbit Nest and Hobbit Hole.
Right.
I want to say we lived in Knoxville, but sometimes I'll be like, I remember when we were on Townhouse Way.
Oh yeah, or in South Central.
Right.
Yeah. So we do it.
We do it. That's gross.
We do it.
We do sometimes. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. We will be, for those of you guys watching on YouTube, we'll be live tonight for Cat Tip Review, a National Cat Lady Day Cat Tip Review at 6 p.m. Pacific time. For those of you guys joining on the podcast, thanks so much for listening. And we hope you have a beautiful day. Shout out to Rachel.
Love you guys. Bye, y'all.